back.
You can open it if you want.
All right, we're back from taking them piss.
Thanks for opening the show. Buddy.
Not together.
We're heating up.
did
Oh,
take
yeah.
two
I have
separate
a trough in my apartment, so we all just took a piss, all three of us in a line together. There was some ice in there because I keep it classy.
I got confused. I went in the kitchen sink first. Yeah.
Hey, it's all stainless steel, so it all runs down to the drain.
But we actually forgot what our next topic was.
I know. I was just saying, I said something right before we broke about celebrities and like why I wanted to get your guys' take on it. I really can't fucking remember.
What was it? It was just...
A lot of things about celebrities.
I know. There's a lot of shit going on. So what the fuck was it?
A lot of them are turning out
something
to be pedos.
Was it another cancel culture thing? Was that it?
I don't fucking know.
What do we think about them getting canceled? It seems to not work.
I think cancel culture is bullshit.
It's stupid.
There's been so much comedy before cancel culture happened. Like we talked about Carlin before this. That motherfucker would have never blew up to who he was if cancel culture was real back then. Right. Or Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor is a great example because he was very big, obviously, with the black community, but like he would have gotten snagged real quick.
Right, but he was also gay, closeted, secretly, fucking lighting people on fire, doing coke like a motherfucker, freebasing like crazy. I mean, Richard Pryor was fucking nuts, dude.
Crazy. Well, it doesn't seem like, I mean... Is there a single like canceled person that you can really think of in like recent years?
I mean, Shane Gillis for one, that was crazy.
But he got canceled before he was famous,
right?
And
but
it just blew up after that.
I want to know what the fuck
the dream.
Because
nothing like getting canceled when you're still living in Albany and being like, you know what? We'll move you out to LA. It's fine.
That's it. We're not fucking hiring this guy anymore.
Well, speaking of, did you guys watch Tires?
I did. Yes.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked. I don't know. I'd like to like. Seeing them like do like not
do
comedy.
their thing,
just
like be their boys already off camera,
right?
And for them to fucking actually have Netflix pay them, to be boys on. I mean, it's fucking great,
and it's nice to see like the pendulum swing back, which I'm sure like you're probably excited about. Like back in the '90s, you could say like retard, and it wasn't I say it. You know what I mean? But like,
I have a disabled brother, so I'm allowed to say it.
I have a lot of disabilities myself that we're not. Well, sure
no,
about.
I mean my brother's literally
autistic.
Yeah,
but that's what I mean. Like it's like that has like swung back from like the '90s when it was like cool.
I don't know if it was ever cool.
It was. It used to be like kind of sick.
Well, like you just didn't care, right? Like we used to walk through. Me and this dude Rob. We used to walk through high school and cut each other with plastic knives because we thought it was funny, dude. Yeah, we were sick fucks back in the '90s.
Hold on.
This was in high school.
Hold on. What the fuck do you mean you used to walk through high school and cut each other?
So like,
just like a shank in prison?
No,
like, hey, let me jab you real quick?
No, you just be walking. Instead of giving him a flat tire, you just fucking get him with a plastic knife.
What is a flat tire?
When
like
you
step on the back of the shoe. Okay, I just need to make sure it's the same thing.
What Fleeg does to Dave every single day.
Fuck you, Fleeg.
But no, it's just like all this stuff coming back. Like I've never... And that's probably why I got divorced too. She said it was the kid thing, but I don't care. Like, it's just, if you're not going to die, and like, that's the thing, if I insult you and you're like, that was fucked up shit, it's like, all right, I'm sorry. Like, one time I did something, I don't remember really the specifics. There was a dude at our job named James. He's one of Tim's boys. And I said something that was crazy fucked up. And then a third party was like, why did you, James is the nicest kid on the planet.
Yeah.
Why did you yell at James like that? And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, that was wild that he still talks to you. So I went back to Tim and James and I'm like, listen, you remember this? I'm really sorry. I'm like, I'm going through shit. It was like at the beginning of the divorce and I'm sorry. So like if I insult you and I hurt your feelings and it's like a personal thing, I'll apologize. If I hurt your feelings because you're a 42-year-old white woman and you don't like the fact that I said black guy, he is a black guy. He knows he's a black guy. It's just.
My whole thing is like, if you're going to a comedy show, comedy is the word that you're going to. You can't go in there and think that this motherfucker is going to be the straight and narrow. Like, when woke culture came about, it literally blew my fucking mind because it's just like, what are we doing? Like, are we dismantling comedy right now? It's fucking crazy to me.
Woke comedy's dead. Like,
no, of course.
Like,
yeah. We were talking about earlier, like all the podcasts that we listen to, they are all like, you guys are fucking idiots. They abided by it for like a split second, and then after that, they were just like, all right, fuck this. The only people that are getting canceled are the people that are letting themselves get canceled.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
And well, I mean, there are some weird shit.
Well, I mean,
like Louis didn't do a great job with fucking. He should. And
those girls knew.
Now
they fucking knew what they were getting themselves into.
Louis
so
C.K.'s.
I love Louis C.K. I love him.
You've seen his new special?
I haven't seen it yet, but I stick up for him in that whole situation because that motherfucker's a goat. Just like Dave Chappelle, he's been fucking all like he's been around
Chappelle's
for
not getting canceled.
Never.
They tried.
Never.
No,
They've tried a million. Sticks and
He's
Stones.
the one that broke it.
Sticks and Stones. That was the when he wore the green jumpsuit on Netflix. I think it was called Sticks and Stones. Dude, that fucking anyway.
No, I understand.
That Louis C.K. thing, it pisses me off because it's like, all right, dude, who cares? Those girls knew what they were getting themselves into, and because one cried about it, like, you shouldn't have went up there.
I like that they're nailing the people to the wall that they should, right? Like the guy from the 70s show whose name escapes me right now.
Oh, the guy from fucking The Ranch who's in prison right now.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that to women. Right. That's not what we're doing here.
Fez. Or not Fez, I'm sorry.
Red, not
Red.
No. Hyde.
Hyde.
On the
That's
ranch,
the thing.
it was Rooster.
Fuck you.
Rooster.
You get to go to jail. You can go fuck off, you piece of shit. Weinstein, fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he was like a mini Weinstein.
You don't get to do that. That's not what we're talking about. But like Louis C.K. jerking off in front of girls. And it's just like, if you watch his new special, he talks about where he's just like.
I'm glad he brings it up.
Well, he goes.
I think he did it the first special he came back. He brought it up.
That one. That's what I'm talking about. Where it's just like,
I did see that. Yeah.
I wish I explained it more, what I was doing, or whatever the fuck he said. It's just like, that may be on you, Because like, if I start talking to this new girl and then like third date, I fucking shit in the living room and she's just like, is that what you do? It's like, I fucking put it in my Tinder profile. Like, you
knew what you were getting yourself into.
So, but no, it's just one of those things. Like TJ Miller, I didn't really read into his, but his seemed to be a little more hectic. But he seemed to pull himself out of it because he knew. So, like,
well, how about Aziz Ansari?
That one was rough.
That was fucking bullshit.
That was rough.
I don't even know about
that mother. He got fucked.
He basically told a joke and people didn't like it, and then like.
He went on a date with a girl, and this girl, I think he said something to her or whatever.
This is all what we think. We don't actually. I mean, we're not Googling fucking everything.
Yeah.
You Google
I'm not Jamie. I can't sit here and fucking Google everything.
Pull it up, J-Mo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
So
there's no J-Mo here.
What I think happened is he went on a date with a female, and he told her what was gonna happen, and like he expected something, and like something about a kiss or something like that, and then like she felt uncomfortable, and then like threw him under the bus and was like, he made me do this.
He made me kiss her, basically.
Right, or something stupid like that. And I think that was the extent of his thing, because like he's like the minimal of what happened and that woke culture bullshit. Like if you look up what happened with all the comedians and all the bullshit, like his is the most minor fucking thing. But it's like, nobody has seen from that guy in forever, because he was a nice guy. He was devastated by what happened.
Hey, he fucking left celebrity, being a celebrity.
Because he didn't actually do anything wrong, but because the fucking public just completely executed him, he's just like, I'm out.
Yeah.
You want to shit on a real celebrity? I'm going to tell you guys this is a breaking story. I've never even told this on stage before. So back in 2002, I was working at Foot Locker in the Colony Center Mall in Albany, and Tyrese Gibbons came in. Tyrese is a rapper, and he's in the Diddy party shit, so fuck him. But he came into
going to a Foot Locker?
So he's a rapper, so he was just in.
Right, no, I get it.
He was driving actually to Syracuse for a show.
Oh, okay.
So he came through on a Friday night. It was me and a guy, which is funny because this is what sparked it. This guy, Avi, reminded me of who we were just talking about?
Aziz Ansari.
Okay. So they could be brothers.
Yeah.
And it was me and Avi working, and Tyrese comes in, and Tyrese is like, yo, I need 7 pairs of the Jordans. Now, in Foot Locker world, sneaker world, you can't buy shit before the release because I'm not getting fired because you want sneakers.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tyrese came in, he's just like, he just demanded it, and he's like, do you know who I am? And my guy, Avi, goes, I know who you are, and I don't give a fuck. He's like, you're still not getting those Jordans, blah, blah, blah. So straight up, fuck Tyrese, all right? Because I heard he's a Diddy partier. If he's not, I'll apologize later.
Maybe that's what I wanted to bring up. What do you guys think about all that?
We can talk about Diddy.
Shit?
First off, I didn't know what was happening, so I had no clue that this was going down. So when I heard Diddy got arrested, I was like, fuck, what happened to Diddy?
Yeah, he's
I
the
honestly
man.
thought he got arrested for the whole, murdering Biggie thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, wow, they got him.
Why you think he murdered Biggie?
Now I do. Now I definitely do.
I still think it's Suge Knight.
Well, Pac's still alive. Biggie's dead.
You think Pac's still alive?
Maybe.
You're one of those guys?
Maybe.
Come on.
Why not?
He does have new rap.
Okay, so Elvis is still living under a bridge somewhere.
I think he's a preacher. I think that's.
I also don't know about that.
There's a guy out there who's like, I am Elvis. Like,
Yeah, I'm well aware. That's why I brought it up.
He's nice and old. He was about the right age.
I don't know.
When you have that much fucking money, dude, you ain't living under a bridge.
All right, here's my big thing. Who's the guy from Apple? Steve Jobs, right?
Yep.
Died of some terminal bullshitty cancer thing.
He might still be alive.
There's no fucking way he's dead. There's no way. His island's next to Epstein's, right? He's watching through binoculars. He's like, I don't want to fuck these kids, but I want to see what's going on. And there's no way the guy that's worth trillions of dollars died of cancer. There's no way. They would have uploaded him to a computer.
Look at Magic Johnson, dude. How is that motherfucker still cooking?
And that's just AIDS.
They made a whole fucking show about him on HBO.
So
have you not seen that?
No.
The show on HBO?
I don't have HBO.
I've seen the South Park episode.
They made a whole show about Magic Johnson getting AIDS. Fuck you.
Dude, it's
Anyway,
good. It's throwback.
They made a whole show on HBO Max about that year or those years of Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and all that, the Dream Team or whatever they called it back then. And Magic gets AIDS and blah 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 and whatever. But like,
big bummer.
How the fuck everybody else that had AIDS in the world, they're all dead.
Dead.
How the fuck are you still alive?
Fucking guy from Queen. Queen's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great band.
How the fuck?
You're a musician?
Yeah, he's dead. That motherfucker's dead.
He is a skeleton.
And they got some weird white guy doing the front man of that.
R.I.P. Who's the fucking Queen singer?
He's like a
Freddie
weird
Mercury.
Freddie Mercury, yeah. But now they have some weird redhead ginger guy doing the fucking front man for that shit.
Oh, that's the what's his face there. Fucking with glasses.
I can't remember his name.
I haven't listened to
there's
Queen
a whole documentary about it.
Freddie Mercury was the man. That movie was fucking bomb.
Yeah, that guy was not scared. He was just like,
awesome.
I'm gonna throw my dick to the wind and see what happens. Like that was
the '90s too, man.
That was just a couple years ago before I met my girlfriend. So
it's good shit.
AIDS got a lot of people. Easy.
Easy.
You know what the worst part about Easy is too is fucking. I seen his. They posted his tombstone. It's so small and like minuscule. I'm like, damn, dude, I want to buy half a cemetery.
You know what I got in that fucking closet?
What's that?
Easy
25 anniversary edition, double fucking 33, all fucking on vinyl, coming straight out of Compton, NWA.
You should put some fucking vinyls on your wall.
My first tattoo ever.
That's a bear.
It's a penis.
Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck
there you
is
go.
it?
Nice.
There you go.
Wrong leg.
NWA.
Did you do it to yourself?
I did.
Ballpoint pen?
Stick and poke.
Okay, yeah.
Hell yeah. Because I love NWA. So I've been a fucking Eazy-E fan, all those guys, for fucking since I was like 13 years old.
I mean, I know it's different, but Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with,
hey.
you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I used to have the box set. The Woo box, as they called it.
Fucking
I fucking love Wu-Tang.
Dude, I'm so happy Method Man wasn't on the list of Diddy Party people. Dude,
I don't even know who's on that fucking list.
It's online. It's stupid. It's everyone you'd think it was.
Yeah,
and it's just
of course.
But like, it's funny because Method Man is such like, he's such a dude. Like,
Yeah, of course.
if I could only meet three people,
Method Man's one of them,
Meth
for
is on
sure.
my list. Stone Cold Steve Austin's on my list. And if I had to pick a third celebrity, I don't know.
Jeff Hardy.
No, probably Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer.
I would do
Michelle Pfeiffer.
What was that girl
I'm
from?
gonna say her name 4 more fucking times. I'm gonna try to spawn her.
I hope you see this.
Say it in the mirror backwards.
What the hell's that girl's name? She was in like John. Oh, what the fuck's her name? She was just in that like whole debacle of like releasing the Black Widow girl. What the fuck's her name?
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson.
No, I need to show them that I care.
Oh, I was gonna
You
say
know,
I'll
let them
take
know
that
that
off
I
the
love
table.
them. I gotta block off Timmy's Bud Light line.
But yeah, Scarlett Johansson's my.
ScarJo?
That ass.
Yeah, ScarJo's
What the
cool as shit.
fuck? I think that ass is better than Kim Kardashian's, but Kim's is also fake. But her ass is real, and it's real awesome.
You've seen Batman Returns, right?
Of course.
Michelle Pfeiffer's it. That's it. Like there, nothing else mattered after that. I was fucking what, 9 when that came out. That shit, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know who the blonde lady is in the black leather, but I'm down with all of it.
She's making me feel weird.
Yeah. I don't want her to step on my nuts with high heels, but if she asks, I'll say yes.
Film it for OnlyFans.
I'll sit on a cake. I'll do whatever you want.
All right. Sorry, Corona, but I'm gonna have a strawberry white claw.
He's about
now.
to eat. He's about to drink static and foam in a can.
We're having a good time. Why cut the shit short? We're having a good time.
I mean,
like
what do you think of those? Because I'm a
fine.
big drinker.
They're fine.
Obviously, that's well
I
documented.
couldn't tell.
But when I drink those, it feels like I'm drinking static.
It's water. It tastes like water.
But I also don't drink soda, so I haven't had a soda since I was probably like 15 years old. And when I drink one of those,
I haven't had a soda.
I'm just saying,
I'm better than everyone.
Tim's like IV soda at night.
Right? I know.
It's just Barks root beer into the main
I've seen
thing.
him drink fucking energy drinks, so I know.
Yeah, I know.
But when you fucking
slam 'em.
drink those things, it just like the tickle that it gives. It's just like
Those things are dangerous.
maybe because I'm a virgin with it. I don't know.
The only thing I won't like I prefer Corona all the time, but like the only thing I won't drink
Do you
is
want a Bud Light Lime?
The only thing I won't drink is Coors.
Oh yeah, you hate
I
lime. I
have
forgot. He hates lime.
Coors Light's the only thing I won't drink.
Really?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Coors Light tastes like
It-
absolute puddle.
ass
It tastes
water.
like puddle water.
Ass water.
Fuck you and your
Wow.
Coors
It's
Light.
literally ass water.
If you drink Coors Light,
well, Keystone Light's right there.
Keystone's tasty.
No, it's
got
not.
It has a taste though.
It's
Coors Light.
disgusting.
I mean, let's all get real here. We're in a part of New York where PBR is
Coors.
king.
Oh wow! So I'm
And a
hold on
PBR.
Well, hold on.
Someone
Pabst
say-
Blue Ribbon.
Someone say
Fucking guy.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Hold on.
Oh,
There you
look
go.
at that.
There you go. So
Doesn't even
he
drink
I did for
Pabst
years.
is tasty.
For
It is a tasty beer.
years, I drank Pabst Blue Ribbon.
If I'm going domestic, it's Pabst and Miller Lite, but I'm sticking with Corona most of the time.
I used to love.
I'm a Guinness guy.
So you know the fat pictures that you've seen of me?
Yep.
That was all PBR, baby.
PBR
12-pack a
fueled.
day. Just fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon as much as I could get into me at one time. That and
Pabst
Tullamore Dew.
fueled
If you
love.
start taking it anally, it gets in faster.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
bet.
saying?
I've seen one of my buddies sat on a beer bottle and chugged a beer from his ass one time, and I watched it. That was wild.
Now, be honest. Was it one of your buddies?
Yeah, no,
Or
I could
was
shout
it-
him out if you really want me to. Mitch
Shout him
Duncan.
out.
Mitch Duncan, shout out.
Mitch Duncan.
I watched him shove a beer bottle up his ass, and
Did you
he
go-
drank a beer from it.
Did you go, dude? This is kind
And
of.
he was wasted, wasn't he?
Oh, we were all wasted.
That
It was
one.
his first beer.
I've never put one in my ass.
I mean,
I'm
I
just-
think I was probably
it's part
like
of the joke.
14 at the time, and he was probably 17, 18. So, yeah. That's the kind of
that's cool.
shit I used to do.
Yeah.
Fuck
yeah,
me.
no, no,
we used
yeah.
to go to fucking anal drinking parties.
Yeah, there you go. The tattoos tell us that. It's okay.
I wouldn't have thought so. But
I have knuckle tattoos. You've had beer in your asshole, haven't you?
how deep did he go?
It was just like just here.
That
Just
is a good
little
amount
bit.
of fucking bottom.
I mean, you got to make sure it's in
almost
there.
too much
Sure,
bottom.
I
You
guess.
don't want anything leaking out.
I've never had anything in my asshole. I'm
Me
doing,
neither.
I'm doing great so
I
far.
dated
I'm
a
like
lesbian,
41.
and she used to go to my asshole all the time, and I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, go away." She
Well, she was
always
trying
wanted
to go to
fuck-
familiar territory.
Yeah,
dude.
that's
She's
what I'm
I
saying.
get
I'm
away
like,
from
get
this
the
dick
fuck
and balls.
away from
Yeah,
me.
I get it.
It's fucking wild.
I gotta get out of here, dude.
Tim just starts walking home.
Dude,
right
you
now.
don't want to go near my ass. The things
Yeah.
that come out of here on the weekends, dude, especially when I'm like drinking heavy.
Yeah, I eat Chipotle twice a week. Stay away from my asshole. Like,
I wish I
it's
lived
just,
close enough to one.
Chipotle?
Well, there's a Mexican place right down the street, and it's like very authentic,
It's not Chipotle.
but it's California Mexican, so it's
Oh.
real.
Yeah.
And like these guys have a place out in Johnstown too.
La Palmas?
La Palmas. That's their place right there on the corner.
Damn.
Yeah,
Palmas
dude.
is pretty good.
Hey,
Of
Burns,
course
we're gonna have
it
to
is.
stop and fucking.
Dude, it's amazing. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Love those guys.
Yeah, I can't believe they have 2 stores.
Well, yeah, I've told you the story, haven't I? I saw the owner in Walmart one day. So I got told that there was going to be a Mexican place opening up here. And I was like, nah, zero chance. And then all of a sudden, like 3 days before they opened up at the corner, I saw the owner at Walmart in Herkimer. And I'm like, why the fuck are they here? Because they have a Walmart in Johnstown. Why are you out here? So didn't think anything of it. Said hi to him because I was such a frequent flyer at the Johnstown one. So he said hi to me. And then all of a sudden, I find out this place opens. So there's like a day or two after they open. I go down there, fucking walk in, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is your place? He's like, yeah. I go, do you still have La Palmas? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? So now I go there. We eat there constantly.
Good shit.
I was told, like, because where I used to work was right next to the La Palmas.
Yeah.
And a couple of my coworkers had gone there, and they're like, it's absolutely filthy in there. But
the food is amazing. Dude, the grease that's on the countertops, you like, say you're going to pay and you like put your arms down for a second to like hand them your card or your money or whatever, your elbow is just like sticking to the counter. And like, speaking of that, there was a game plate. You said you were like a big like toy game guy, whatever. There used to be a game place right next door to it. Do you not remember that?
There is still a game
It's
place.
still there?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's like I don't know if it's like vintage games or whatever the fucking thing is, but right on that little street in Johnstown, there's like a little vintage game store,
they
whatever
got
the fuck
like
it is.
Mario, like, on the outside of the building.
Yeah, it's like right, yeah. Yep. All right, get on.
She's trying.
Get on.
Come on.
Come on. Quit fucking everything up.
So if we're talking about greasy ass old places, I'm going to shout out a restaurant out near me, Waterville Gus's Hot Dogs. Because now you need a sponsorship. I cannot curse during your commercials.
I love how that's your pitch. I cannot cuss in your commercials.
I got this, man. I got this. I fucking face.
Hey, shout out! I cannot cuss in your commercials.
I can make sure fuck does not come out on Gus's Hot Dogs only takes cash. That's the best part.
So
when you walk up,
always great.
It's probably about if you guys look at this, it's probably about
this is a tiny
it cuts
studio.
off here to the wall. Okay, so it's like 14, 20 feet. And, they just go up and they've got like 18 things on the menu. And then you just stand outside freezing your ass off.
Yep.
And they fucking hand out the window and they take your cash and they make the mini hot dogs.
What is a mini hot dog?
Hot Dog Charlie's. You remember Hot Dog Charlie's? Was Hot Dog Charlie's national?
I don't know what that is.
You know Hot Dog Charlie's?
Never
Jesus
even heard of it.
Christ.
Never
So
even
Hot
heard of
Dog
it.
Charlie's, they did little hot dogs. They're like little fucking 4 inches.
We call those Vienna sausages.
Okay, it's probably the same thing. But
They come in a can.
these don't. I know. Oh yeah, those.
Or
yeah,
little
no.
Smokies. They come in a Ziploc bag.
So they're bigger than Little Smokies.
Okay.
So they're probably about like an inch and a half bigger than a Little Smoky, like hot dogs and buns or whatever. Pigs and blankets.
Pigs in a blanket.
So they're bigger than those. But you get like 9 of them with some meat sauce, some mustard. Yep, you just shove them in, and then whatever it does make, guess where they go? Right up your ass. Just fucking digest those shits properly.
Tim might be fucking switching.
Tim's like,
Tim might be switching from Dunkin' to fucking.
Like, how many little hot dog things do you
Hook
have?
the man up.
You want another one?
Sure.
Hey, Michaela, we'll get him home safe.
He told me specifically because I was like, hey, I'm going to get beer first. He's like, don't worry, I'm not drinking. I'm just only going to have a couple.
He's having a great time.
I haven't been feeling too good, but better now.
Alcohol kills bacteria.
Tim's going to go home and shit blood.
Do you not understand why I'm never sick?
Yeah, no.
Is that why I'm never sick?
100%. That's why. Alcohol kills bacteria.
I drink a lot of Corona Extra, Corona I
cannot curse in your commercials.
Oh, shit.
Just gotta be on a beach somewhere, not cursing.
Not cursing with Snoop Dogg and whoever the fuck else you have in your commercials. Let's get me and Stone Cold drinking Coronas together. That'd be dope.
Well, he's got a new beer out.
His beer's okay. Let's talk about
Have
Stone
you had
Cold's
it?
beer. Yeah,
I've
Stone
never
Cold's,
had it.
I've
Was
had
it like Outlaw beer or
He's
something?
had 3.
What the hell is it called?
The new one's okay. The new one's heavy. It's like
Skull Crusher or something.
It's very like you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like going to a punk show and just having the cheapest beer on the can. So Stone Cold's
Speaking of Northern Lights.
Yeah. Stone Cold's first 2 IPAs are really good. But this new beer, it's good. It's just sharp. If that makes sense to beer drinkers, it's a sharper beer. It's good. But like make sure you eat something beforehand because like I think I had 3 of them and like the third one went down a little rough. But I mean everything's like that, right? Like
excuse me.
No, you're good. Fucking St. Patrick's Day, you got to drink before you start crushing Guinnesses, right?
I've never had a Guinness.
I fucking love Guinness.
Never had one.
Dude,
Guinness is good, man. It tastes like chocolate milk. How's this?
My cousin loves them. I've never had one.
Don't drink a Guinness till I come back with Jay Conley and you and him will drink Guinness together.
They're better in Ireland. I can tell you that for sure.
Oh, yeah, because you've been there, huh?
Yep. Yeah, something about them is just completely different. Like
That's what they say.
The ones in America
Are You
taste
Garbage
like
was just
water.
there.
Oh, okay.
Are You Garbage just went
in Ireland?
This was like 6 months ago or whatever it was. They did a whole thing. It's on Patreon.
Yeah.
They went to Ireland and did the whole thing, and they said the same exact thing.
It's so fucking good there.
Did you do that weird kissing rock where you got to?
You can't do that. They piss on it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he went there a long time ago.
The Irish pee on it.
Yeah, no, we didn't do the Blarney Stone.
The Blarney, that's what it is.
No, yeah, we did.
You like hang upside down or some shit, and like
because I heard about
The locals pee on it.
Yeah, I heard about the pissing.
Yeah.
And I
If
could
I'm
use the
getting pissed
gift
in my
again.
mouth. It's gonna be a pretty girl. It's not gonna be some fucking Irish guy.
Fuck no.
I've never let it happen. I'm just saying.
Ugly ass weird Irish guy from fucking Ireland. No, I'm good.
Yeah, it was fucking nice there though. You know, I'd recommend it.
Is it still like what they say? It's just like super rainy, fucking just like
It's Syracuse, just in Europe.
No, we got the fucking lucky. We got the lucky.
You saw sun there?
10 days. It was beautiful.
You were there for 10 days?
Yeah, yeah. It was like 75 every single day.
I wish I had your money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
I'm supposedly a rich kid. I haven't
That was
fucking
like-
ever left the country.
That was like me and Michaela
That's by
planned
choice.
for 2 years. Like
Drugs make you lazy. So, it's like I could
Not
leave
me.
the
I'm always
country.
after it, baby.
yeah, I had a beautiful time. Yeah.
I've only been to Canada once. That's the only time I left the country. I'm not against it. It's just
So when I lived in Vermont for a long time, and my house was a mile away from the border crossing
nice.
in Vermont to Canada. So we were an hour away from Montreal.
just jump over.
Oh, dude, we used to go to Montreal all the time.
Yeah, sure.
I got my passport just to go to Montreal, and I was 19. So, like, bet your ass, I was staying in a hostel with my girlfriend, going to fucking nightclubs, just getting fucking retarded, dude.
Calling out my little sister again. She actually is pushing me. I'm getting my enhanced license because New York's stupid.
Well,
They can make you get an enhanced
I
license.
got to tell you this. So, I'm sorry to cut you off,
good.
but so do you know what Warped Tour is?
Yeah, of course.
They're relaunching it.
Yeah. They did.
They're only going to be in Washington, D.C., Long Beach, California, and then down or in Orlando, Florida. They're the only 3 places they're doing it this year. May 2025, you have to have some weird ID just to fly domestically. You cannot get on an airplane after May of 2025 to fly anywhere.
That's good heads up. I'm glad you told me
Yeah,
this.
you have to get some weird ass fucking I forget what because my mom said it.
Like a
My
flying thing? Or
No,
like,
just to travel basically. You have to get it's like
They want to make sure they don't want to
basi-
keep checking your shoes.
It's basically an enhanced license.
Yeah.
But like I have a passport, it's expired, but like my mom even said it. She's like to fly anywhere. She's like you got to she's like I don't know when it is and I looked it up. That's why I know the date, but she said you have to be able to go anywhere. You have to get this weird new license or some bullshit just so you can fucking fly. It's crazy.
So my little sister, she goes to Toronto like 11 times a year. She loves it up there. And like that's where like the Wayans brothers and like Jim Carrey came from and stuff like that. So she's like, I don't have a hookup so much, but I can get you onto a bar show. She's like, but you have to get your fucking
that'd be
passport.
sick.
And it's funny to get yelled at by someone that's 5 years younger than you constantly. That's like, why haven't you fucking done this yet? I don't understand. So I will be leaving. Hopefully I'll be doing the Toronto stuff soon. So
Dude, if you start getting international, that's how you do it.
he hit it big in Toronto, but the States fucking hate him.
I'm only 10 minutes outside of Buffalo, but hey, I'm international.
hell yeah.
Hey, man. Whatever works.
Yeah, no, it's the dream. I mean, when I first met Mike, it was like, we were like boys pretty quick.
Right.
Like one of the things that he like always said was like, he's like, I want to direct a movie, or you know what I mean? Like he's
could
always
do
been
that.
like industry fucking thought forward.
Yeah.
You know
So
what
I was
mean?
English major in college. And
Okay.
then I actually have 4 screenplays half written. It's pretty much everything but dialogue. I
Right.
just kind of was like, here's the premise. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you didn't really do shit with it. But yeah, no, it's fun. The comedy's been great. And I have no complaints. And it's funny because I watch shit and I don't know, you watch football? You watch no. So I love sports. I love watching people win. I love
sports, but I just stopped watching football 10 years ago because I just the turn that it made. I don't know if you know this, but it went from sports to
sports
entertainment.
Yeah.
Just
like
wrestling.
Yeah.
See?
I know.
Okay.
I know.
So, like, I'm just like, dude, they know who's going to win. This isn't fucking real.
Yeah, I only watch, like, when I watch basketball, I only watch a Spurs game every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I watched the Yankees lose the other day. Like, it's fine. But, like, no, hockey, I like hockey.
So I played hockey for 10 years.
I do like hockey.
I'm a big hockey guy.
And I do watch.
I mean, there's a pair of skates right there. If you can see them under the fucking chair over there.
But no, it's just, the fuck was I going to say about this? I don't remember.
Sorry, I didn't mean to railroad you.
I said
football.
You were always industry forward. You got some screenplays. You're half written.
Yeah, I just like watching. I like people winning. I think fucking. That's why I like. I don't know. Like, I have TikTok and Instagram, obviously, and like I love watching things where like the little kid does something stupid and they flip the bottle and thousands of people cheer them. It's like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
I love that for that kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love a win.
You're a supporter.
I love people losing. People losing's great too, but I love a good win. I love people winning. That's why, like, again, I'm going to go back to like the local comedy scene. It's great to see people win, and like even something like this, like so. Nobody really knows I'm doing this podcast. So like when I promote this podcast and I'm like, hey, I have a win. And then like hopefully, you know, like Patrick Smith and Kay Gutos and Gene Sennett, who I haven't mentioned yet, fucking Tyler Artis and all these other fucking people that fucking I've known to become friends with. And then I can start dumping them on you. And now you have to deal with them too. And it's just also, like.
This won't be out for a couple of weeks, just so you know.
That's fine. Okay. Whenever you get it for me.
I don't mean to cut you off again or whatever, but we have a bunch of banked up episodes. So like I got to be able to like juggle how everything is. So like I will move it up just so like, because this is definitely going to draw attention. Once I say local comedian, put that in the fucking headline, people are fucking like, okay, who the fuck is this? I want to see who it is.
Great.
So
I appreciate that. But I'm going to make sure.
I'll bump it up the list.
Then that's the thing. Before I leave, I'll get a picture of us. I'll put it on my Instagram. I'll promote it a little bit.
We will definitely do a
It'll
picture.
be fun. But no, it's just like, everyone needs to win. And like, that's the thing. Like, going back to the politics we're not going to talk about. Fuck both of you. Straight up.
Seriously.
Okay? Fuck both of you.
100%.
I don't care about either one of you. You don't care about me. Let's, whatever. That's the thing, too.
Just
like,
roll the punches.
It's real funny, too, because, like, they're two different kind of meats, right? I feel like if I met him, I'm like, hey, man, you want to get a beer? And he'd be like, I'll get a beer. And it's just like, was that a good impression? I don't know. Fucking.
It's not a Shane Gillis impression, but it's good.
Then I found out the fucking she didn't want to do Rogan, which I get. That's not her shit. It's fine.
He just did it. Did you see that?
I did see that. Yeah. That was wild.
I didn't watch it, but I know.
I watched two clippets and both clips. I seen that. I seen more of that.
Tim Dillon just had his VP on. So that's even better.
So and that's the thing.
Tim Dillon's a savage.
You should reach out to him, see if he'll come do it.
Yeah. What's his name? JD Vance.
Hey, man.
Hey, you want to do this fucking
Mohawk?
Secret Service just comes flying down the parking lot. There's people out there with guns.
This is my dog. I hate her.
We're shutting down. Hey, we're shutting down the laundromat right now. Nobody's allowed to do their laundry. Okay.
We got snipers on the roof.
Yeah.
It's just
usually they don't.
No, it's just good shit. Like, and that's the thing is, like, I'm very, like, I hate on everything, but, like, I like a good win. I like a good, that's why doing comedy is fun. Like, I love a good win. I love when I win, you're winning because you're laughing at my stupid ass joke that I fucking wrote for you people. And it's just like, it's all about W's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where woke culture fucking doesn't meet up. That's why I never cared about it. It's because it was so filled with hate.
Yeah, that's all it was. That's all it was.
It was so filled with hate. You hated on people, like
for no reason, for something that's been going on for so long that has brought so many people so much joy. And it's just like, why are you shitting on this? Because what? You were a nerd and you didn't get your fucking chance to have that 5 seconds of fame, so you're gonna shit on it because all these other people are doing so well. And like, what? You say one wrong word, and it's like the end of your life, dude.
And that's
it's just
like
so
there's
crazy.
Words you don't say, like, right? Kramer's not coming back.
No,
Kramer's not coming back.
Definitely not.
Jerry Seinfeld can have as many friends as he wants.
Right.
Kramer ain't coming back because you can't say that word.
Right.
That's
not
on the list.
stage in front
There's
of people.
3
You can
words.
say it in you can say it in close quarters and not being
Sometimes I like
recorded.
to write it down.
There's
Exactly.
That's Timmy. That's not me.
I gotta get it out.
I'm not getting canceled before I fucking walk.
That was Theo
There's
Vaughn, he
3
said that.
words. You don't say them. We all know it. And if you say them, fuck you. Everything else is on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry you don't like your nuts stepped on with high heels. Neither do I. But if you do, I'm a supporter.
I'm gonna film it too, by the way.
Yeah, put it on my OnlyFans.
You know?
No, I mean, like, what you're saying is, like, you like to see the W's. Like, you get a W, you bring your friends in, they get W's. Like, the cancel culture is just, like, the opposite. Like, you like, let's drag this person down. You drag that person down.
Everybody
you drag
to
everyone
fail.
down.
It's well,
Unless
you know what my biggest thing was, and the thing that really made me like turn everything, because I was in on everything during COVID with everyone else. I was fucking feeding.
You know what I
into
was
it.
doing? Riding motorcycles and sniffing cocaine.
So the fucking it was the Black Lives Matter lady who ran it. Hold on now. I'm not even gonna get into
Well,
this.
you know the
It's too much.
backstory.
Hold on.
You know
it's
the
too many
backstory of that.
politics.
You
I
know
don't
the
wanna get into
backstory
it.
of that.
I don't want to get into it. All I'm saying is when that woman came out and they're like, she stole millions of dollars. I'm like, what a cunt.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Fuck you. Like,
Fuck you.
Are you kidding me? You had this thing that everyone was eating into, and you're fucking shitting on all these people, and you ended up being the biggest piece of shit out of everybody. You fucking loser. And then, like, all these black people are coming out and they're like, I didn't do BLM. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. I thought we were all doing this thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fuck you, you dumb bitch. And it's just,
I couldn't agree more.
you know?
I could not agree
So-
more, dude. That's
I don't know.
100%. 100. I feel like Bert Kreischer. 100%. 100%. 100%.
Take your drop off.
Yeah, you want to just be shirtless the rest of the show?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we're doing good. What else is going on?
I don't know. I'm fucking.
You can cut it when you need to cut it.
Whenever you want, whenever you guys want to be done. I don't know. I don't know how long we've been going.
Let's run for 10 more. That'll make it 3 hours.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
You,
Fucking long ass episode.
you did. I was told that you had a story you wanted to tell Mike about me that I didn't want to bring up, but
What story is that?
something about you
Something
and him
about
at work.
bananas.
Oh fuck, dude. Okay, so
This is me throwing myself under the bus a little
I completely.
bit.
Tim's
so
like,
I'm
I
glad-
need some attention here too.
I
Mike
would have
Bernat."
brought this up right off the rip, but listen. So I've been so excited about this because I love comedy and all that shit. But like, yes, I said that I've been saying this at work for the last like week that we've been talking about this episode happening. So our job, they have a lot of produce available at their disposal, right?
Yeah.
So they usually they'll fucking put out like fruit and stuff before it goes bad, just so that like we can eat it, we can get rid of it. Okay. This motherfucker ate how many bananas?
Well,
12?
Well,
6, 12? How many was it?
how in what?
Do you know what potassium poisoning is?
No.
I swear to God.
I hate
This
too many
you like
motherfucker-
turn colors, don't you?
Dude,
from
he had
that?
to leave work because he was violently throwing up because he ate too many bananas.
So like, here's what happened. They had all these free bananas, right?
Yeah, tell him the story.
And we have multiple breaks throughout the day, right?
Yeah.
And so Thursday or Wednesday, whatever, I had like 2 or 3 bananas at one break, and then the next break I had maybe 2 or 3 bananas at the next break, and then maybe the third break in the day I might have had like maybe 2 or 3 bananas,
And then he disappeared.
and then the next day came. That day I was completely fine. Then the next day I have 2 or 3 bananas at one of the breaks.
Yeah.
And then I
Wait,
have
sat through your system the
Hey,
next day.
get
too?
down.
yeah. So like in 24 hours, I probably had like anywhere from 12 to 18 bananas.
Yeah.
And I looked it up afterwards because after that I had spent 30 hours in a cycle of vomiting, waking up, diarrheaing, vomiting, sleeping, diarrhea, and vomiting.
That was normal for you. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
It was like a weird Friday. It was like a normal Friday.
That
but, like,
Dunkin' Donuts you're eating, that's
I
normal.
love that fucking cold porcelain, baby.
Dude, it was yeah. And so like I looked
Fuck
up, it's
some
like you're
porcelain real quick.
they're like, don't eat more than 2 bananas in a day. I'm like, oh.
Oh, dude, this guy full on had fucking
I was
potassium potassium poisoning.
I was fucking.
That's wild.
I was white.
Never seen anything like it in my entire life. He just disappeared for like a day and a half, and nobody heard from him. And he comes back to work. He's like, obviously lost weight. Like, who the fuck knows what just happened? And then we're talking about it, and he's just like, yeah. He's like, I think I got potassium poisoning. We're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And then we all start looking.
Nerd.
Yeah, we all start looking it up, and he's just like, yeah, I just ate too many bananas. It's like, so for all you women that want to lose weight out there, just go on the potassium diet.
Yeah.
Eat 12 bananas in 3-day intervals, and you will lose a fuck ton of weight because you'll probably almost die.
Dude, it was, you know, when you're like just hugging the toilet and you're like, if I die here, it makes sense.
It's been a while, but yeah, sure.
It hasn't been a while.
I'm 41 now, so that's been a long time.
I'm surprised you don't know this. It was fucking crazy, dude.
You know, it was just like a free banana. I was like, I'm fucking munching them. You know,
housing them.
The only time I've ever prayed for death was I had seasickness down in Florida. I was doing a scuba diving venture with my buddy Tim, my other friend Tim, and we go out on the boat, and the boat hits the waves, and we get there, and we're sitting there, we're fucking, I've already been throwing up and everything else. I look at him, he just already throwing up on my foot, and I look at him, I go, the shore is like a half mile away. We both look up, and he's like, and straight up, he just goes, we might die. And I'm like, yep. He's like, I'll go with you.
What are you going to die from?
You just wanted
not
to die.
making it. Oh. We were like that far from the shore where he's like, we might die. I'm like, let's go.
Was it just the two of you? It wasn't a guided.
There was like 60 people, and we were the only two assholes from upstate New York that had seasickness. Everyone else fucking made it. And it was just me and him going, let's just die together.
We're not going to make it, brother.
Like, but it was worth the trip. That was the embracing the toilet for me, of just being like, if I drown in the fucking by the Bermuda Triangle, then we're all set, right?
Yeah, there's been probably more times I'd like to admit.
Death by bananas.
I've been laying on the bathroom floor going, I just want to die. Like,
Tim's like, fine. After that 3rd gallon of chocolate milk, I really should have called it.
Yeah. Once my stomach started to like physically expand, I was like, I could probably go for one more.
When he told me that happened, I was just like, from a fucking banana? Like,
dude, too many bananas.
You almost died from bananas.
I don't think I would have been fine. I mean, I was just pale and sweating and dry heaving and shitting like for 30 hours straight.
He was losing those LBSs like
fucking
crazy.
Heroin addict going through withdrawals, basically.
I should have hopped back on the banana bandwagon. That's what was wrong. I was going through withdrawals without my bananas.
Just eat more.
I need to get them in faster, I think. Start boofing them.
Not even taking the skins off, just fucking downing bananas.
Just start putting bananas on spoons.
So how'd the podcast go, Mike? Great. About halfway through, we started talking about shoving shit up our ass the whole time. So
that would have been a quicker way to get it. Just to get that potassium going,
Yeah.
Just
I didn't think about it. I mean, at that point, I was already diarrheaing. So.
I was already dying.
Diarrheaing. I'm not sure that's the
whatever the verbiage is of diarrhea.
That's where they come from. Diarrhea. Diarrheaing.
What is the past tense of diarrhea?
I diarrheaed. I died. Diarrheaed a lot. It was, the dry heaving is what really gets you. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine.
Sure. Yeah. We're all with you. You with us? You're with us.
Everyone's been there, right? No? Yeah.
Has anybody ever eaten 30 bananas and died from it?
Dude, if they had given us those bananas sooner, I probably would have had 30 bananas.
I think the only food thing I ever have is that back in like 2007, I was dating this girl. And my roommate at the time came home with like a box of Boca burgers. They're the boxed hamburgers. Okay. And he threw them in the freezer, and they just sat there. He moves out. But during the time I was with this girl, we had the burgers a couple times, got sick from it. They just sat in the freezer. They were in the freezer, dude.
We get sick from it, no big deal. We're just going to keep eating them.
I never plugged it into the hamburgers, right? It was just, we just stopped eating them. And then it was like 2 or 3 times. And then like 4 years later, I'm watching the news, which I never watched the fucking news. And they're like, big recall on boxed hamburgers. And I'm just watching the news. And I'm probably drinking or whatever. And they come out to be like, Boca burgers. They're recalling this one section of hamburgers. But I'm like, Boca burgers, that's in my freezer. So I go to my freezer and I look.
They all got E. coli.
So there's batch numbers. The batch number that was on my box was perfectly between the two that you're not supposed to eat. So I had salmonella. Like, it was like a thing. And Yeah, I threw the burgers away. I didn't eat anymore.
Good.
Yep.
I'm glad you threw them out.
I would have like cooked them.
I tried
more.
Just cook them more.
Cook 'em
yeah.
more, yeah,
Cook
yeah.
all the fucking bad shit.
Well, I
right
mean,
out
like
of
they're
them.
box burgers. You can't cook them medium well. They're just either frozen and raw or cooked. That's a box hamburger. That's all you get.
They're cooked
There's
and
stuff.
frozen, and then you just have to warm it back up.
Yep. So
All right. So what is the plan for Mike Bernat going forward? What is your plan moving forward
So I got that girl working pro bono for me. Hopefully, I'll start booking more shows.
as a manager?
Yep. So technically, my manager. It's funny because I'm sure people will shit on me for this in the scene, but it's just I need someone to help me out because I
Right,
need.
you have a full on life, dude. You need somebody
That's
else.
the issue.
Right.
That's
you
the
have,
issue.
You have a full on life. You
I
need
need to
somebody
work.
there that
Yep.
can actually do the dirty, like
And-
figure out where you need to be, when you need to be there, do all
That's
that
it.
sort of
And
shit.
all I gotta do is buy the camcorder, keep sending her videos. So she'll be doing her thing, and I'll be doing mine. So hopefully I'll keep getting booked out. Hopefully I'll start hitting bigger shit. I am going to start reaching out to bigger cities. I have my friend in Boston, Ren Garcia. I have other people in the city. I do know David Lewis, and I have friends in Texas, Florida, California.
So do you like cold call people and just be like, hey, I heard you do this, let me fucking on your show?
Well, that's what-
Or is
so-
it all just like what people say? It's like word of mouth, the whole fucking thing.
So up until now, I'm like 2 years and a few months in, and like people are hitting me up.
Honestly, for
currently.
being only 2.5
That's awesome.
years in, dude, from what I've been told on this podcast, that's crazy. Because usually when you hear about somebody only being 2.5 years in, you're not fucking doing all these shows.
But God,
You're
you do a lot of
fucking,
open
you're
mics.
graveling just to do a show a week. You're over here fucking saying you're doing 3-4 nights a week. That's unheard
Those are
of.
open mics,
But,
though,
but even still, though,
sure.
that's crazy in like unheard of to be doing that amount of shows a week as somebody only doing it for 2.5 years.
So I will say my next show that I am currently booked on, I just got booked on it yesterday.
Yeah, shout it
It's
out,
the
dude.
Van Dyke in Schenectady, which is attached to Stella's.
It'll probably
Stella's
already been
Pasta
done,
Bar.
but-
No, I don't think so. And you'll also get Ryan Shipley. I'll make sure Ryan Shipley comes out here. He is a top-notch guy, good comedian, very good producer of shows. So he'll be out here. So he's doing the Weakest Link. So we're doing like a Weakest Link
You are
comedy
the
thing.
weakest link. Goodbye.
Yep. So I don't really know too much about
How
it.
does that go?
I don't know. So I'm signed into it though. It's December
joke.
20th.
Is it like the show where just like
I don't
people
know.
don't like you and they're just like, hey, get the fuck off the stage like they used to
Yes,
do with the Apollo?
yes.
That
Remember
sounds
the
like
Apollo
fun.
when they'd
So-
come out with the hook and
Yeah.
they'd fucking pull you?
So there's 10 of us. I guess we're gonna do it, and then we're each gonna get a minute, and then the Weakest Link goes away, and then that's how we're gonna go.
oh, that's fucking.
Yep. So that's
pretty
the
badass.
20th of December at Stella's and the Van Dyke in Schenectady, New York. That shall be fun. Like I said, Ryan Shipley, he's holding that. He's good shit. I don't know the other comics. There's gonna be 9 or 10 of us all together. That's my next booked gig. Hopefully, I'll have more shit between now and then. Obviously.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'm just gonna run the gauntlet. I'm gonna start making sure that I get that camcorder in good use for uploading. So make
Yeah.
sure you follow my social medias. I appreciate
Definitely,
it.
you got to definitely start blowing up your social media.
I will.
Especially like as of a modern day comic to this, how you're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to start putting out film.
Sure.
Which is crazy to say, obviously.
no.
But like if you want to get any sort of like attention or whatever the fuck it is, like you have to record yourself, which is fucking stupid.
Same with
obviously.
podcasting.
Same with podcasting. It's the same
podcasting.
thing.
Putting clips
like
out.
you need to start fucking recording
Yeah.
yourself. You need to start like social media is everything. I hate social media so much. I don't like it. I'm fucking bad at it. But like that's how all these fucking idiots see this shit. It's like they need to. I'm sorry, but
You're not idiots, guys. You
I'm
guys
not-
are
I'm saying the rest of the world. Like that's like how every.
right. That's how you get media.
Yeah, that's
out
how
into
you
the-
get fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pussies.
See, I'm bad at this. I'm so bad. I call everybody a fucking retard.
It's because he
You're-
came for
you're
money,
a
guys.
fucking-
That's all.
Yeah,
He just knows he's better than
Fuck
you.
you.
He doesn't think anything. He knows he's better than you.
Right before this, he had like 6 silver spoons fall out of his pocket.
I did. They fell right out of my ass.
He also killed a baby. I seen it.
drank the blood and all.
He rubbed it on his face to look young.
Yeah. What do you think I'm doing over here in my one room apartment?
61 looks great.
Above a laundromat. Like I'm really killing it, guys.
But yeah, no, shit's gonna be okay, and hopefully I'm gonna start running the gauntlet harder. But that thing is like, it's cool to be in like such a close knit group in Albany. Like I said, there's like 40 of us, and everyone's kind of running at the same. Like I said, there are the 8 or 9 people who are getting shows booked out of here.
Right.
But like the rest of us are all running pretty much at the same speed, and then you got the newer people coming up, and they're all doing great things.
So what do you?
So-
Okay, so speaking of newer people coming up, so like, you've been doing this for 2.5 years. You've gone through the gauntlet a little bit.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you give a new upcoming comic? Like, what is that advice that you give to them? Like, hey, how do I start doing this? Speaking of, like, me, say I want to fucking do it. Like, what would you say to that person? Like, hey, you got a podcast. You're doing all right. You're funny, blah, 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 blah. How do you put them on that road to try to do stand-up? Do you have any advice or, like, try to tell them what to do or anything like that?
So it's funny. I get a lot of slack for trying to, like, tell people.
No offense, you're older, so you have a lot of life experience. So, like, you definitely, I mean, I would listen to you more than fucking, I mean,
I was like, hey, buddy.
Tim's younger than me, so, like, obviously I would listen to you more than him, like, in this scenario.
So I'm running with, like, and I do, I give people my opinion all the time. I'm very open with, like, hey, that joke kicked ass, like, you know.
Right.
There's a comic locally. I'll say her first name. Her name's Alana. Well, I'll say her name. Alana Gill.
Shout her out.
Alana has a really great joke, and she was telling the joke at the contest. But at the end, I was just like, you have like one more. And I was waiting for the end of the joke because I'm like, I can't wait for this end of the joke.
You can just feel it. There's something missing.
And I was like, yo, you didn't say the end of the joke. She's like, well, what's that? And I kind of threw it out there. And like, it kind of was one of those things where she's like, yeah, that's a good end of the joke. And it's just like, it's she used it or she doesn't use it, right? Like, she's still really funny. It was still a really good joke. Yeah. It's just you can get that last call for alcohol, that last joke,
right?
In, you know, and
that's why, like, we need the advice of, like, older people. Well, no offense, but, like, you haven't been doing this long, but you have a lot more life experience. So, like, in that sort of situation, you need to be able to, like, full circle, help these people put these taglines on things to make them more successful and, like, be like, hey, this is why I'm here. I'm here to help you out.
It's not even help. It's just, it's like a selfishness. Like, I want you to make me laugh one more time.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
you
God damn it, Alana, why didn't you make this last joke for me? For me, so I could be selfish and laugh one more time.
Or you just get like, oh, there is something missing here. I think this would, like, hit.
And that's the thing is that, and if they try it and it doesn't hit, fuck it. But I'm big on, like, my big thing is there's I'll keep calling names out. Craig Nessler, he has a joke that he just stopped doing recently. And I'm like, yo, that joke is really good. And he's like, oh, I fucking never get a good response. I'm like, Craig, keep trying it. So he tried it the day I told him to try it, and it crushed. He's like, I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted it to bomb because I wanted to stop doing that joke. But now I'm going to do the joke again because it did well. Of course. You know, but he's also 6 months in farther than he was when he was telling the joke.
Right.
So it's just like, I'm so happy that joke's back. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, selfish. I want to hear that joke.
You have to rework everything. Like, that's a huge thing in stand-up comedy. It's like, you can never let a premise go away because you just have to sit there and keep reworking everything that you have. Because from what I see is, like, if you have a feeling, and this could be weird as shit, but, like, if you have a feeling and you're a stand-up comedy, there's a reason why you have that feeling. You're funny. People know it. They all love it. Keep doing it. Unless it's, like, something crazy.
Well,
you're like, you know what, pedophiles?
Yeah, right.
They do have a point.
Right,
like,
yeah. Unless
tell
it's
you.
something like
Pump the brakes, brother.
wild.
Right. People love talking about pedophiles. It's crazy.
I had one joke that was like
if you have that feeling of something that's gonna fucking kill, just keep reworking it until it fucking actually gets there.
That was like, that was something I experienced even in the short amount of time I did it. Like, Patrick gave me, like, a tag at the end of, like, a joke.
Yeah, dude. That's
and it was like, ooh, damn, that hit.
And that's the thing. That's what it's really all about. I always wanted to give Alana the tag where it was just like, hey, I think if you did this, you'd make me laugh one more time.
Right.
And it's just like, and she took it, when she wrote it down, whether she uses it or not, that's on her. But, like, me retelling Craig to be like, hey, man, that joke is funny. You're just... Again, I didn't say
hit it in a while.
He just kind of let it go, you know. It was to the wayside. He's like, that was one of my first two jokes. I'm like, it is funny,
right? Keep doing it, dude, until you get to that point where, like, you know, this is one of your crushers, dude.
But that goes back to what I was saying earlier, where, like, I bombed so early and so hard that, like, me going, it's okay. It's okay to bomb. It's okay to bomb.
That's what every comedian says that. It's like, you don't succeed unless you bomb, dude.
Yeah. Unless you're standing in front of 60 people that hate you, you're not doing anything. Like,
exactly.
It's just
the one thing that I found that was, like, kind of, like, felt weird to me, and I obviously but, like, just, like, when you're doing, like, open mics, like, I wanted to not say the same jokes because it's the same fucking 12 people that were there last week that are going to be there next week. Like, I wanted to change stuff up, but, like, I shouldn't have been doing that.
My thing is, like, to their defense,
if I ever go back, I'm going to figure it out.
To their defense is, like, when you go to an open mic, right? If you're going to an open mic willy-nilly, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Right, you're going to a room of comedians. If you don't,
you're an idiot. If you're going into a room of comedians to an open mic, like, you know that, like, this is their workshop. This is when these guys are hitting the fucking pavement. This is when they're trying to figure things out. This is how they do their job. So, like, who cares if they say the same joke at every single fucking open mic? Like, they have to finesse this in a certain way to make it applicable to everything that they fucking do.
Yeah, in my head, it was always just like, they know where it's going. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know how to, I didn't know at the time how to tweak anything.
Right.
So I was just, and I was also panicked.
Yeah.
So I'd just go up there and be like,
I'd have to wear Depends, probably. I would definitely have to wear Depends if I ever did stand up. Like,
last
100%.
night, I fucking had a room and I was doing newer stuff because it is still an open mic, even though it's like the better one of the week.
Yeah.
And at the end, I just did one of my jokes that crushes because there was a small crowd. I'm like, you know what? I'll give you guys one. You know, and I was able to go, meh. And
so you're like that good on the spot where, like, you can read the audience and be like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that.
If I was that good, I would have done my bit the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I did newer stuff because it's still an open mic, and I do stuff I don't work through, and I had a newer joke that I worked through, and it went well. And I'm like, I asked the host, I was like, how much time do I got? And she goes, 45 seconds. And I'm like, oh, well, I have a joke that's 1:10, and I'll fucking throw it out there, and it crushed real quick. And it's like, that's the nice feeling to walk off stage to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a question for you. When you run the light, what happens? Because as an open micer, when you run the light, people fucking hate that shit more than anything in that community. So, like, if you're actually trying to work your way up into the open mic scene, like, you know what running the light is. But obviously, I don't think a lot of people understand what that is. The light is when, like, say you're a comic, you're fucking doing your shit.
You get 5 minutes at every open mic.
The light is what fucking makes it known that you're almost done.
Yeah, you get a minute after the light. So if you, like, it was Kay Gutos. I asked Kay, I was like, hey, how much time do I got? Which you're not supposed to do, but it's an open mic. It doesn't matter. She goes, you got 45 seconds. So, like, if I have a joke that she knows, she's heard me 100 times. If she knows it's only a minute joke, 1:10, running the light doesn't matter.
Okay.
If you ask how much time I got, and she goes 20 seconds, and you don't go, see you guys later, my name is Mike Bernat, or if you have a quick one-liner, which we all should have one or two quick one-liners, but, like, I don't really have one-liners. So if someone tells me I got 20 seconds, I'll do stupid shit. I'll sit there and I'll stare and I'll breathe. And, like, I'll make a dumb joke or I'll talk to
I want to see you live bad.
But, like, if you run the light because you're a prick, which people do.
Right, yeah, of course. Like, that's
usually
it's all for attention.
Yeah.
Well, not all. It's not all for attention. I mean, you could be in the middle of a fucking story and you run the light on accident.
She actually called someone out. Yes, it's funny. We're talking about the same girl talked to.
It's all for circle.
Somebody
baby.
ran
Full
out.
Circle.
It was the feature on the show. She comes out and she's just like, you ran the light. She was dressed in Halloween. She was dressed as like a teacher. She's like, that's detention. Got a quick joke for her, you know. So she shit on him a little bit without being too mean.
Right.
And it's just like, it was just, you get scolded. No one's ever really running it, you know. Like, usually people that run it are like newer people. And then, like, the host will go up and they'll explain, like, hey, you only get till the light.
Have you ever been bumped?
No, never. No. We're not in the right area for that.
Well, I mean, I gotta ask.
We're not in the right area.
That's a huge thing that happens in the comedy world. It's like, say, fucking David Spade's coming through fucking Albany or some bullshit, and he's just like, hey, I want to fucking go do 5 minutes. What am I supposed to do?
I'm lying to you. We got bumped once at Lark Tavern in Albany. But we knew about it beforehand. James Murray, who is an Impractical Joker.
Murr.
He was at the Egg in Albany, and he had one of his producers come up and do like a weird thing. And it was fine. It was funny enough. It's James Murray. Murray's more of like a kind of a clowny guy.
Yeah.
And it was fine. And he came up and he did bump us. So that, I guess I got bumped once, but we all got bumped as a whole. He came up. He was there like, it was literally it was Ed Kelsing was hosting, and he fucking did his thing, and Ed told us, and then Murray's producer came on and bumped Ed, and then Ed went back up and just ripped him apart because he left. You know, the cameras were gone, so then we just had a good time. So
that's cool.
yeah. So that was the only time we've ever gotten bumped, but it was as a whole community. So
fuck yeah.
So yeah.
One of my favorite things about like going to open mics is like some guys will like start bombing. They'll go, fuck you. That was a good joke. I'm like,
well, what if you're like absolute?
That's a go-to. That's solid.
I have a whole
fuck you guys. I am funny.
What if you're like absolute dog shit? Do you like tell these? So you're like very familiar in the open mic concept. Like, what if you're absolute dog shit? Do you tell these people, or do you just let them do their thing?
So the only time, like, and that's the thing. I'm not even saying me. Like anyone that's in the
like,
area,
yeah, anybody like,
in
general.
Like a weird,
the only time we would be dog shit is if someone got drunk by mistake, and that's honestly usually when like, or if like somebody goes up and they have like something that pissed them off and they bitch about their day, which they thought was funny, and then like after 4 minutes they'll just be like, I'm sorry, I actually thought this was funny. This was a good premise. My bad. But like the only time, like I did it on Monday last week, I may have had an extra beer. I may have had an extra beer, but I wasn't bombing. But I did have to let everyone know I may have drank too much. And then you get a good laugh out of that. And then we all have fun because like you just, that's when you go to one of your reliables. Like, all right, well, here's this. Yeah, I know you guys enjoy this, you know, like, but not everyone like drinks and shit like that. So that's a cop out as well. But no, yeah, most of the time, like the people who were seasoned that, you know, if they have a dog shit night, it's because you have an off night. Everyone has an off night. Well, you know what I'm saying? Look at fucking Aaron Judge and the Yankees.
Right.
That asshole dropped the ball he shouldn't have dropped, I heard. And I didn't watch that game, but I heard it wasn't great, you know? So,
well, like not even so much people that you don't know, but like obviously open mic draws a lot of strange people. Like I hear about it all the time on these podcasts that I listen to. It's like at the Comedy Store, say, for example, the Comedy Store in LA. The open mics that they have are few and far between. So when they do it, what do they call it, potluck or whatever?
Oh, they do a potluck?
Yeah, everybody fucking shows up. So you got fucking homeless Ted down the street who's fucking pissing in his own mouth for, like, because he's weird. And, like, all of a sudden he's on stage. And, like, how do you ever run into anything like that? Or
so we had a guy, it was probably about like 9 months, it was probably earlier, maybe like April of this year. And I was just an old dude, and he came in, and like he sat behind me, and then for some reason he decided to heckle me, and I'm the wrong guy to heckle because I can do crowd work.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I go up and he heckles me because I was like the 8th comic. And he's just like, oh, everyone's reading off of notes. It's like, bitch, this is an open mic. This is what we're doing. It's practice.
Exactly.
Like, this is practice. So I went up.
Fucking read the room,
So I was
asshole.
just like, oh. So I put my notes in my pocket, and I fucking told the joke that I've worked on, and like the other comics have heard it. And then I tore this guy apart, right? So I like, and I was just like, fuck you. I'm like, you and your liquor bottle. He was homeless. You know, I'm like, your liquor bottle.
That's what I was kind of getting at.
So
like,
he
do
goes,
you ever run into that sort of situation?
He goes up. So I was the 8th comic. I think I was 8 or 9. And like we're going through all the normal names on a list at an open mic. He goes up, and the third word out of his mouth starts with the letter N. And it was just like, kid. And he did it like 4 or 5, 6 times. I forget who the host was. No, I'm lying to you. It was Duncan Harris. Duncan Harris. He went up, and Duncan also had a guy pull a gun in an open mic.
Jesus.
So Duncan's just like, why is this shit happening? And Duncan's like 22 years old.
Yeah.
And he's good at what he does. He's a good comic. And it's just so funny because like he had a gun pulled out at one mic, and then like 2 months later, the dude's dropping the N-bomb over and over and over and over. So yes, we do get that in this area too. Yeah.
And you just kind of like, what, just grit your teeth and bear it for a little bit?
No, because it's one of those things that it's not expected to happen.
Right. Have you ever seen people just like fight on stage? Like
that never happens,
fucking an audience member doesn't like what's being said, and they like. So obviously you're in the community or the comedy world. You've probably seen this. The beer can getting thrown, all that.
Never had that.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, because you're going if that happens.
Right.
Up here, we give you a good heads up. Don't fuck around or you'll find out, you know?
Right.
If someone bum rushed the stage, you get your ass kicked by a few people.
I would hope that was what would be the thing.
Saratoga is small enough, you'd be like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
When this guy started doing that, and like I said, we all looked at Duncan because you're in charge. You're the host. You were in charge.
Right, yeah.
And Duncan's staring and like, like you could see in his face, why is this happening to me? Like, you know, and I actually had
my life.
Let me tell you a story. I had a job. I had a hosting gig at Lark Tavern, and this woman went up, and she's like, she pre-recorded her comedy for 5 minutes onto a recorder, and then the whole time.
Did she lip sync it?
Hold on. The joke was all about how people die from peanut allergies and how they're pussies. And the whole time she's eating peanuts and wiping her hands on the microphone and throwing them into the crowd. Like if someone had a peanut allergy,
right,
like,
yeah,
it would have been a fucking problem.
You're gonna die.
So then after, like during the end of her set, I forget which comic it was, they look at me and they go,
I have a peanut allergy.
Well, no, they go, who's going to clean this up? And I look at them and I go, I guess it's me, right? So I had to stop the mic for like 3 minutes while I was like, and the other comics helped me. They picked up the ones out in the field.
Yeah.
But I had to pick up all the shit on the stage and shit. And like, she got kicked out. You're
like,
gone.
I
Goodbye.
fucking hope she did.
Yeah, goodbye.
Like, this is not appropriate.
The bartender at Lark Tavern, Samantha, she's just like, I'm kicking her out. And I was like, whatever you got to do. It's your bar.
Wild.
Yeah, dude.
Like, hey,
something.
People have death peanut allergies.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I have feelings about it, but
Sure.
I'm not going to shit on it. But, like, you have a deathly peanut allergy, and I'm just going to fucking...
Wait, so she goes up to the thing with, like, a boombox of her
It was
pre-recorded
it was
talking
like an
about
old
peanut allergies.
1950s CIA tape recorder. So flat,
Like flat,
plug into the side
yeah.
with the buttons on the front. Yep.
Can I
And
get
she
an
went up and
extension
she
cord?
put the mic
It's
down.
not even a
and
CD, it's a fucking cassette.
It's a cassette tape. And she was just popping peanuts. And like I said, it went
you-
down exactly how I just said. And then I wish I could remember which comic just looked at me. He was here and I was here and I looked at him and he just goes, who's picking this up? And I go, I guess it's me, man. Like,
I mean, because when you're hosting, like,
that
it's
you're in
not
charge.
Like,
Yeah,
you're in
you're-
charge, but it's
it's
not like
the
you
owner
own
of
the
the building,
established.
then you. And like,
Right,
you
yeah.
know, like you're upper management for 2 hours, so you better figure it the fuck out.
So what is the gnarliest situation you've ever been put in?
probably the dude.
Probably the peanut thing?
No, the N-word guy was worse.
Oh,
yeah, that
fuck.
was because that was a one where he got violent afterwards, and like it was one of those ones where like there's 20 of us and one of you, motherfucker, we will
Right.
kill you. Like
Yeah.
leave now. And then the bouncer in Saratoga is this big dude named Joe, and Joe's just like.
Shout out Joe.
Shout out to Joseph.
What's up, Joe?
And he's just like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, get the fuck. Dude came back week after because he was just trying to find a warm place to be. And Joe's like, no fucking way, bro. He's like, get
the
out.
fuck- kick
Yeah.
rocks, dude.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
the- one of
that
the-
was the wildest one. That was wilder than the peanut thing.
One of the
gonna say-
more awkward things I ever witnessed when I was there, the like handful of times I was there, it was this one white kid, like was on stage, blah blah blah, like doing his like spiel, and like he didn't mean this to be racist, but like one of the only black guy that was there got up and like walked around and it was like his ride. He said something like yada 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 ooga booga like obviously not meaning like the racist like
Yeah.
he was just like you're moving around like a ghost like and I was everyone in
Christ.
dude
According to Tim, I wasn't there for a couple of these.
no you
so-
were there for that one
Was I?
yeah Michael and was it the black guy's name was
Oh,
Michael
Michael Gumbiati from Poughkeepsie, my boy Michael. He was
And
on
then-
one of my shows in Albany.
and then that little white kid with
Who
the
was it?
longer brownish fluffy hair he was
Fluffy
tiny
hair.
he was small he rode with Mike he's like this
Oh.
is fucked up this is his ride home
Oh, Pat. So it's Pat Downey and Mike Gumbiati. They're boys.
Yeah.
But I do actually remember exactly what you're talking about.
he didn't mean to sound
And when he
racist.
said it, it was one of those things where Pat's like, fuck, like I shouldn't have just said what I just said. I do remember this.
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
wild. Everyone, I could feel like
Yeah.
it was palpable in the air. Just like,
Really?
what did he just say?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he was
yeah.
like 2 degrees away from Kevin Bacon. You know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah.
doing 1 degree, baby. I am only 5 and you get 7. Anyone that knows me is 6, so you're
Have
welcome.
you ever said anything that's just like when you look out at the audience, you're just like, oh my God, they just dropped their forks on their plates?
No, because what I've noticed is, like I said, I've had some good bombs in my life, and like I've known that in my life, in my 10 years of doing my 2 years of doing this.
yeah.
But like I've finally figured out that you have to really read the room when you sit down, because there are people, if you are between the ages of 48 and 59, you hate me, and I'm sorry for that. But like I only get down with like the early Gen Xers. Everyone else just, I am that uncle or that cousin or that son that fucked up and you don't like me. And it's fine because those are my jokes. But I'll
Yeah,
tell
of
you right
course.
now, something I have noticed, and I'm not like, it's something I am going to ride the wave on. I am a millennial comic. Millennials.
What does that mean, though?
People
for the
my
people that
age,
don't know, like-
people my age fucking love me. And it's just great because I am the guy that they're like, man, I got married and had 2 kids. Mike's doing it still,
Yeah.
He says whatever he wants, does whatever he wants. And it's just people my age like me because they grew up with me, and I've never grown up. I'm still stuck in 1998, and it's okay because it's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's why my little sister digs me so much because she's fucking she's a millennial. She gets it. She knows that I'm harmless. That's a big thing, you know. Where people in their 50s or late or early 60s, they're like, oh, he's the problem. He's the problem. He is the reason that things are wrong. It's like, no, bitch, I'm just running the wave. Like it's all I'm trying to do is have fun and just enjoy myself and just stuff like that. But in a room of people where I look around and go, you all look my age. I could say whatever the fuck I want as long as I say it properly. Like it'll go well. Like, but it's funny too because the old generation, like I've had people. I've done shows at Saratoga where I've hosted, and I've had like 80-year-olds, and I'll fuck with an 80-year-old woman, and they love me because I'm their fun grandson.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just they dig on it, and it's just like you're great, and like, you're great, and I'm like. You're even better now because you think I'm great. Like, you know, like, so yeah, no, it just depends on your crowd. But I was up in the North Country and I have a set of jokes where I talk about doing drugs and shit. And up in the North Country, guess what happens? Lots of people die from doing drugs.
Like, that's not cool, dude.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a quick story. I was up at North Creek. My buddy Frankie
That's why we're here, buddy.
My buddy Frankie Jeb got me on a show, and I did a show in North Creek, which is right outside of Gore Mountain. And I went up and I made fun of Gore Mountain. I made fun of North Creek. One of the worst
mountains ever.
And then I made fun of this guy who was just standing in front of me. So everyone hated me because I made fun of like the financial reason they all exist up there. And then the guy I made fun of was the heir to Gore Mountain.
Oh, wow.
So
your family business sucks.
You suck.
This
fuck you.
sucks.
Fuck this bar.
Your
fuck this town.
Sucks.
And then like
no one liked it.
My buddy Frankie didn't tell me for like a week afterwards. He's like, hey, you did a good job. I'm like, Frank, stop. He's like, you did do a good job. That guy you made fun of, that everyone left the room. I crushed 100 people. They all left. Fucking, he's like, that was the heir to Gore Mountain. Wow. And I'm like, I'm glad you didn't tell me that the day it happened because I would have went and apologized to this fucking guy.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
sorry, Mr. Gore.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Gore.
Mr. Gore. Mr. Gore.
Mr. Gore.
I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to shit on your fucking icy slopes.
I actually don't mind Gore Mountain.
He's so funny because he's just like, yeah, that's why I have. But he's from up there, so he's like, it was hilarious. They just didn't like it. I'm like,
so where the fuck
Frank.
were you? Because I know where I've frequent Gore Mountain a couple times.
We were in North Creek.
Okay. I know.
We're right there in North Creek. It's only
no shit.
Talk about a one street town.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. First off, the food of that restaurant.
It wasn't even a one street town. It was what do they call it?
Two driveways.
It was a highway. It was just a highway.
It's a side highway.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
One of those,
it was like
just one of the ones that cut around the
Route
mountain.
8. Was it Route 8?
Maybe that sounds right.
Probably.
And the owner of the business, it was Barvino. She's great. She's an awesome Barvino. Food was great. Great. But I walked the crowd. It was rough. It was rough.
Do you just go, whoops, sorry?
No, I go back and apologize to the two comics that still have sets to go. I go back and I'm like, I am so fucking sorry that I did. Then you don't get booked up north anymore.
Right.
Frankie doesn't call anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happens.
I don't know.
What's the biggest audience you've had to this day of you doing only stand up for fucking 2.5 years or whatever you want to say?
Biggest crowd I had was probably one of the Funny Bone open mics. I had like 140.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I can't even like. We've talked about the numbers and shit with the podcast on YouTube and all that shit. So like, I couldn't do that in front of 140 people. I would shit my pants.
And my mom was there.
I would.
That was cool.
Oh, forget it. I would die. I would die.
I had a joke.
Never.
I don't tell it anymore because it's one. That's the thing with comedy. Like a lot of it's like timed.
Right.
So like I had a joke about who's the basketball player that was arrested in Russia, the girl.
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner. So I had a joke about Brittany Griner.
Ooh, right on top of it, buddy.
And I told the joke a couple times, and like it went okay. And then I went out, and people were like, "You can't tell that joke," because it was it was still woke was still a thing.
Right. Yeah.
And I go up, and there was like a group of black dudes. They're loving me for my stupid shit. And I go, "Can I tell you guys a joke that everyone thinks is racist?" And they're like, "Yep." And I'm like, "All right." So I go
They
up.
definitely want to call you racist.
Well, it's funny because here's the punchline before you all hang up. It went well. It went good. So I go up, And I go, Brittany Griner, she got arrested in Russia, and we traded her for a militant, gunslinging, mobster. I don't even think Russia wanted this guy back. I just think they didn't realize the tribulations of living with a black woman for 8 months. And I crushed. These guys fucking loved it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to retire that joke right now. And I've told it like once or twice.
Dude, that's fucking good, dude.
But it's funny because my best friend growing up was black. Him and his grandma lived together.
I lost my virginity to a black girl.
There you go. I've also slept with a black woman at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and also I worked at Foot Locker for 16 years.
You saw a lot of black people.
I love the black community. They're so good. And, like, it's just funny because that joke is so good.
That's a good joke, dude.
Yeah. And it's just one of those things where, like, that was at that mic, 140 people. And, like, when they laughed, everyone laughed. So it was A-okay with this guy.
What is that feeling, though? So, like, you get a wave. Like, all these comedians that we know, they've never done arenas, and say they do an arena, and they're like, they get this overwhelming feeling of laughter come up to them, and it, like, reverbs off this and that. Like, so you're in front of 140 people. What is that like to get that kind of laughter when you're on stage by yourself? It's all from just what you're saying. Like,
so
what is that like?
That was a good one. That was a really good one. The best one I actually had was actually recently. It was like 3 weeks ago. And I was at my buddy Will Johnson. Will Johnson, haven't shouted you out yet. Will Johnson. No, we did.
Yeah,
we did. So Will Johnson had a show at Son of Egg in Rensselaer. And I was just there as a spectator. I went to support my friends and have fun. And they're like, "Hey, you want 5?" And at first, I actually said no because I was pretty lit. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't go up. And then you could see the disappointment.
Right.
So then, like, a minute later, where I was just like, quit being a bitch.
Yeah.
I went up and like, yo, I'll take your 5. He's like, all right, cool. And he put me on like the end of the show. I was like third to last. And
isn't that like the money spot though?
Any spot's a good shot. If you're good, any spot's a good shot. And like everyone in the area is good enough to be able to do any spot. So I went up and I did my shit. And I did a joke that I've been doing for 2 years. I think it's one of my oldest jokes. And it got an applause break for the first time.
Whoa.
And then that felt better with 55 people than it did that joke I just told you guys.
Right.
That funny one. That was better because it's a joke that I've been working on for so long that I was just like,
to get
that
like
was
the
that
fucking,
was it.
Like, it was refined.
It was the recognition.
Perfect.
Yeah, just to get the recognition and like the appreciation for what you said.
And it's funny because I ended up sending that to the girl I'm talking to, the woman that
She's
I'm
like,
talking
"Hey, do you
to.
love me now?"
Don't say fucking things like that. 6 weeks in, this guy's dropping words.
Do you like
That's
me?
the fourth word we don't say.
Guess what? I everybody likes me. Do you like me too?
Everyone thought this was hilarious. I'm hilarious.
I like you. Do you like me?
Check yes for yes.
But yeah, no, that was honestly like up until that point. I think I've had a couple other ones. Like I had another joke hit real good in front of a crowd. It might have been at the Gomez show.
That's literally got to be better than any line of coke I've ever done in my entire life. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm just being serious. Like that fucking adrenaline rush and that like euphoria that you get from like you say one thing and everybody just loves it, and that eruption from the crowd. You're just like
it's your thought,
exactly. It's your initial reaction. It's your like it. I can't even imagine what that feels like.
So I think it was the Gomez show, and I had a joke, and it didn't get a big crowd reaction ever. Like, that's the thing is when I tell Timmy the same joke over and over again, he's going to support me and be like, oh, I like that new spin you have on, stuff like that. But I had a joke at the Gomez show, and it went good, and it would have gotten me a laughter pause, but I ran through it because I didn't expect it. And I remember going, you just fucked up your own fucking 3 seconds of
amazement.
Of goodness.
Amazement.
And I blew it because I was just not ready for it.
Like
so
you just missed the tempo on it or like the pacing on it?
No, my pace was fine. It's just it never had that extra reaction.
It never had that reaction to people. So he wasn't expecting the overwhelming laughter.
And it was a sold out room.
Okay, and so you started the next joke too fast, basically?
I finished that joke because it's a middle joke. I have a lot of, since my stories are longer, I have a lot of like, you have to.
It's all timing. It's all, yeah.
And it fucking just, it came out of nowhere. And like, I talked to my friend Jay about it, and I was just like, this happened. He's like, you gotta fucking pause. Because he had it happen to him. And he's got a lot of like, back to one-line comedy. Jay's got a lot of two-line comedies, so he's got a lot of build-up, quick joke, couple more build up, quick, but he'll stay with the same topic. But he's like, you got to make sure you pause for that type of shit. And ever since then, now when people give me a little extra, I'll stop what I'm saying. I'll be like, and I'm like a fucking pro wrestler.
Eat it up.
Come on, bring it in, bring it in.
Go, baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
You have to. You know,
it's like fucking Hulk Hogan.
The best is when you like do extra at an open mic and you crush it at an open mic. It's like, that feels good too. You know, when you have that one joke where you're like, oh, I'm happy that hit because I like that joke too. You know?
Like I said earlier, like at open mics, it's like the same 12 people that have been seeing your comedy. So like if it hits there where they've seen the joke a couple of times, like it's got to feel like 10 times.
It does feel good.
And it's all comedians. So it's not like, I mean, you might get the occasional like homeless man that wanders in.
Drops the N-word.
Too many times, but you know what I mean?
Wild. One's too many, but yeah, it was fucking wicked. And like I said, it was just really funny because Duncan's like, why is this shit happening? Because the gun thing happened like 3 weeks earlier. Like, it wasn't like the long...
You got to be ready for it, dude.
So, I don't know if I said it was longer, but I think it was only like 3 or 4 weeks between the two.
Really?
Yeah,
It was that fast?
Yeah. Duncan got kicked in the ground quick with that one.
Why is it always on my night?
Poor Duncan. Why are you making him sound like that?
I don't know. I've never met him.
Why is it got to be on
You're just going off his name. Duncan Harris is very funny. He came in 5th on the comedy scene, I think.
I'm Duncan Harris.
Tim Zukas, Duncan. Tim Zukas, Duncan.
Hey, Duncan. Yeah, I'm sure you're nice. He's probably handsome, too. Son of a bitch.
You're a real lady killer.
He looks like Jesus Christ.
So is my brother.
He's got a full beard. He looks like John Wick.
Yeah, that's my brother.
10 years ago.
That's my brother. My brother, look at the first episode, or the third episode, my brother's on it. He literally looks like Jesus.
Just in his shades and stuff.
Yeah, I can't believe they did that.
Comedy.
Comedy.
That's it. Comedy.
Well, yeah.
All right, so what do you guys think? How long we been doing? Can you see it over there?
3:40.
Jesus Christ.
Couple breaks, though.
A couple breaks, so 3:20.
Couple 2 tree breaks. No drugs were done today.
No
so calm down. I know we brought it up a lot, but no drugs were done today.
No drugs.
The beginning of the pod, a little chit chat.
Well, so like, what were you expecting coming into this? I would love to know that.
Nothing.
Because obviously we don't know each other. Like, you don't know the show that well. I mean, I made him reach out to you.
Sure.
So like, coming into this, what did you expect?
So I'm going to tell you straight up. In my life, I've listened to all of 25 podcast episodes of any podcast.
Yeah.
Two Bears probably has my most attention.
Yeah.
Like I said, Mean Girls. I have listened to Stone Cold's podcast, Chris Jericho's podcast, but I'm very particular with what I listen to. It's just because I love music so much that I'd rather rock out and blow my eardrums out than fucking listen to a podcast.
I was a fucking drummer for
ever.
I get it.
It's just like I'd much rather listen to Korn on the way into work than fucking listen to someone bitch at me about something. I've seen him 30 times in concert.
I saw him once.
If you need me to sponsor you in a commercial. Hey, Korn, I'll curse as much as you fucking want.
I saw them at the last K-Rockathon in Syracuse.
Oh, yeah?
When Skrillex came out with them.
In 2007, I was dating this girl, Kristen, and I fucking saw them, I think, 7 times that summer. But yeah, no, I fucking love Korn. They're the best.
Sometimes I feel like a freak on a leash, you know?
And they were one of my midnight releases I went and saw was Korn. But yeah, no, dude, it's just, I mean... I don't know.
Were you excited about this, or were you just like, this, like, I gotta do this just because this guy won't stop asking me?
I wanted to do this, and I think that I need to do more of this stuff because this is the thing is that like
this is how you get your name out there.
My comedy's good, and like I think I'm funny, and I think that the stuff that I'm building
now that we know each other, if you do a show around here anywhere, just hit me the fuck up, dude, and I will fucking show up.
Like, and that's the thing is like my personality type. If you like me or you hate me, like that's it. This is it.
No, everybody will love you. I promise.
I run at a 10. This is my 10. Like I get along well, and like it's just. It's nice to win. I want people to like me. That's why I'm saying I'm a millennial comic.
We're highlighting you, dude. Yeah. This is your show.
I have a millennial fucking personality, and just like I said, it's just funny because like we haven't even talked about it. Like I'm still wearing I wear the puka shell necklace.
The puka shell. I didn't want to say anything because like.
So I'm gonna let you know. Everyone hates on it.
He's got the long ass chain on too.
And then
he's Big J Ogerson.
Yeah.
100%.
I look at people
without the hair color.
After they shit on my puka shell, I go, but it looks good, does it? And people go, it does look good. I'm like, yeah, man, my head looks smaller.
Because nobody's worn one for the last 25 years.
I Googled it, and people still wear it. I didn't want to look like an asshole, you know? But yeah. And the dog chain, it's funny, cool story about the dog chain.
Hey, I got it too.
This thing's from like 1995. It came from an actual. This is a dog, like a dog leash.
I just had to give mine up. I went and saw Blink-182 over the summer, and I had my chain on because I get made fun of by Lindsay all the time because I have my chain wallet. And then we walked.
How old was it?
Fuck.
I would have brought it back to my car. I wouldn't have fucking given it up.
Dude, we walked fucking 2 miles.
I would have walked back.
I couldn't. I was like, dude,
should have hit it behind
the
something.
line we went into. These people were like, you can't bring it in. I'm just like, fuck. I guess I could just buy another one because it was so hot out. It was such a long line. I'm like, I just need to get through this so that I can get in there and drink a beer because I'm dying right now.
A tequila.
I need a mosh to damn it. God damn it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I had to get in there. And, like, all of a sudden, they're like, take the chain off. I'm like, it took me a minute. Ask Lindsay. I literally sat there and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? She's like, take the fucking I hate the chain. Take it off.
I'm going to throw 2 pieces into this story. So I was walking to a Marilyn Manson show in Hartford, Connecticut, and on my keychain I had it was a Swiss Army knife my dad had on his keys before he passed away, and it just kept falling apart. So it was like the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like it's just the middle of it. And they're like, you can't have that on your keys. And then fucking my buddy's brother's like, why did you bring your key? He drove. He said, why did you bring your keys?
You don't even realize
show?
it. You don't even realize it.
So I ended up giving that up. So that is, I'm right there with you. I had to give something that was my father's. You know, it was my dad would have yelled at me for owning it still.
Right.
So I threw that away. But shit, what the hell is it? Oh, Blink-182. So this is a fun story. I don't know if I ever told the story on stage either. So Blink-182 played Edge Fest 98 at the Altamont Fairgrounds. Edge was our old alternative station.
I would have loved that.
So they had one album out. And it was Dude Ranch was their only album out. Yeah. And we were, the whole day, we were doing this thing, like people were switching in and out. It wasn't just me. And we were throwing people up on a blanket and catching them, right? Like anyone that wanted to do
a parachute
it was so fun. You know, we were just having a good time. And like,
we accidentally dropped somebody and she died, but it's fine.
Well, we're close to that. So this is the 90s, back when they let you do whatever you wanted. You're young too, but in the 90s, you did whatever you wanted as long as you didn't hurt anyone, and that's the story. So this chick, whose name is Liz, and I'll get there in a second why I know that. So Liz, she was the last one on. We're like, one more. She's 6'1".
Jesus, a giant of a woman.
Beautiful, fucking hot girl.
Yeah, usually the bigger the better.
We're throwing her up, and we're catching her. Or no, I'm lying to you. It wasn't Liz. It was another chick. And we threw her up, and
6'1".
she goes this way. Right? And she lands on Liz's head. So Liz was the one who got landed on.
Oh, okay.
And she gets carted out. So Blink skipped to there was the second song. They played Damn It before her because they knew that's why she was there because it was their only song. So they played, they're like, this is for you getting carted out. And they played Damn It. Then at the end, they played Damn It again, right? So come to find out, she ends up being friends with my buddy Nick. And she shows up at a house party, and I'm telling the story. I'm telling you. I'm like, yeah, we're at Blink-182. I almost killed a girl. I don't know whatever happened to her. She's sitting there listening to my story.
In front of you.
And she's like, that's amazing. I was at Edge Fest 98. I'm like,
oh,
yeah? She goes, yeah. And I was standing there minding my own business, waiting for Blink-182 to start playing. And a girl landed on my head, and I'm like, she's like, that was me. She's like, Blink-182 sent me flowers and candy to my hospital room with a card, like, blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm like, I am so fucking happy you're alive. I am so happy you're alive.
That is wild.
I thought you were dead. And like, I hugged it out with her. And then, it was funny because like my buddy was trying to sleep with her and she just shot because I think I ruined it. And fucking the whole thing went down the toilet. But I almost killed this girl. I met her like 3 years later. But she's still alive. And I'll tell you, for those 3 years, this was a burden on my soul. Or I'm like, I think I killed somebody. Because like back then, the internet wasn't real.
Right, yeah.
It wasn't real internet. It was old internet.
It was AOL dial-up. And it was real hard to
everyone's back screen was, what's it called now when you make your screen dark? Night mode. Everyone had night mode because that's what the internet looked like. You fucking people not knowing what old internet looked like. Fuck you, young kids. Old internet was wild. I have old pro wrestling.
Do you guys remember the AOL things that you get sent in the mail?
Of course I do.
Hold on. Do you remember this?
No, I grew up pretty poor, so I didn't have.
No.
I didn't have internet. I didn't have computer.
Oh, you didn't have a computer. That is different.
It had nothing to do with fucking stature.
You got the discs in the mail,
The discs in the mail. All
They
you
didn't
did,
show
all
up.
you had. No, it was a floppy.
I don't know.
We're not that old.
Yeah, Oregon Trail on my fucking Apple computer.
I don't know, man. Like,
No,
I had a computer.
You've never gotten a
It
fucking.
only had the ping pong thing on it, or
No,
The ping pong.
Anybody over
No.
across the scale of America would
pinball.
would fucking get a thing in the mail, and it would be a CD.
AOL killed it.
AOL, and you would fucking upload it to your computer, and that's how you got internet.
Yeah,
and you
those probably
always
got
got
burned.
3 months free, and everybody always did it.
So
It would crush your parents' credit score. It would crush your parents' everything.
Didn't have
no,
any of
we
that.
totally did that. My parents didn't give a fuck.
Oh, dude, I
But
did it
that's-
like multiple different times.
But that's why we're millennials, because millennials brought the internet to the field. So we grew up without it, but we brought it into like
how
what
do
it
you
is.
not? How much younger
Like-
are you than me?
I'm 28.
Oh, I'm 32.
I'm
Is it that
41.
It's,
Yeah, because you're not a millennial either, right? You're Z.
no, I am. I'm a millennial.
You're like the last
It's,
year.
yeah,
I'm
it's
a
30.
millennial.
It's all 92. That's when I was born.
That's
so I
like
think
the last
I think-
year.
Yeah. I think it's 92 and up.
So it's okay, Tim.
No. I just feel.
Let's get them tits out for the people at home.
Oh, you got to subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Oh yeah,
He does
Make sure you
sit
subscribe
on
to Tim
watermelons.
Zukas' OnlyFans.
Cakes, watermelons,
Yeah, whatever
racket
you-
If
balls.
you want some freebies, just type in Tim Zukas bananas,
Go
and
to
the
my-
free pictures come right up.
Dude, that's gonna pop up now on you. Anytime you go to Google, Tim Zukas bananas.
It's just gonna say bananas.
I'm gonna fucking make that a fucking clip.
Just
And
over here Googling Tim Zukas bananas 1,000 times.
It's gonna be you, and then some random person throwing up, and then back to you.
All right, fair enough.
Do you shower with your shirt on too?
Yeah, I don't like to be. I'm a never nude. I like to just
I'm a never nude. What does that even mean?
Never nude, dude.
Tim's like, I'm always covered in pink. I need to wear a shirt. I
I'm
can't
nude
be.
all the time.
Yeah, I walk around nude pretty much.
I
all the
like
time,
being
too.
nude. I feel like
Fair
you
enough.
should like being nude. You have a baby. You like being nude too.
You hang out with your baby nude? That's weird.
I don't. I don't.
Let's forget about the banana thing, guys. I don't know.
That's not what I meant.
Tim's naked with babies.
She can't remember yet. You know.
That's funny.
All right, how
good
long
shit.
have we been doing this fucking shit for?
Yeah, a little. Oh, we're getting to 4. You can go
All
ahead
right,
and
yeah,
call
I'm
it.
done.
We'll come back.
Are you
I'll
done?
come back.
Are you done?
Comedy.
Is everybody
Comedy.
done?
Comedy.
This has been such an amazing podcast. Like, I'm so glad this finally worked out. Like I
yeah.
said at the beginning of this, I have been hounding Tim forever to make this shit happen.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be back.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming
man.
on the
Thanks for having
show.
me.
We're gonna put all the social media in the description of the show. I mean, thank you.
I appreciate you having me.
Thank
Also,
you for being honest. I appreciate it.
yeah,
Like,
I do want to say to the people out there watching, make sure you keep watching because I'm going to be sending a lot more comics
Hell
out this
yeah.
way. I want to send them out in 2s because not everyone gets a Timmy Zukas. But I want to make sure everyone's coming out here. You get to meet a lot of the people, Shipley and Kay and everyone else. So I'll make sure you guys get to meet these
Dude,
people.
thank you so much, guys.
problem.
I love you guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow the Instagram. We love you guys. Thanks for all the love and support. And as always, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.